You do not have to participate. All right, what's going on? This is going to be for somebody who's looking for a really simple explanation about manifestation, if you want to call it that, or creating your reality. You do not have to participate. So, like, let's say, for example, you have a friend and your friend is like, hey, I'm going to start up a softball league and do you want to play? And you're like, no, softball's not my thing. I have no desire to play softball. So thank you for asking, but no, thank you. This is because why? You know you're not a softball player. You know you don't like softball and you have no desire to participate. Well, everything that's happening around you, think of it like the only way you can be part of it is if you participate. The only way you can play softball is if you sign up and go play. So when you are looking at something that's taking place on the outside of you, like let's say it is having to do with money, okay? So you just gotten some bills and you're like feeling a lot of lack, or you're not feeling rich. You do not have to participate. You do not have to think this bill means that I am poor. You can say, oh no, not for me. That's not for me. Yeah, I have this bill to pay. Guess what? It's paid in full. Go delusional and start saying to yourself, I am rich. Because I'm telling you, the reason that the outside is showing up is because you have signed up to participate. It would be the exact same thing is if you signed up to play softball, you are identifying like I play softball, you're going to go play softball. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a schedule. You're going to get maybe a discussion with friends or your teammates or whatever. You're going to be involved in playing softball. This is true for anything. Like if there is anything in your life that you do not want to be part of, you don't. And the problem is you think it's the outside that is creating the internal feelings, but it's not. I want you to look back, think back, use your own discernment. Think over the course of your life. Were there times that you felt rich or abundant or full of love or full of confidence? And if you could just take a step back, remember that time in your life, and then think about how that translated. Everything was going really easy. You were feeling really good. You probably weren't worried about money. You probably weren't thinking about lack of love. You probably weren't thinking about lack of health. You were just being it, and the world reflected. Now, something may have come up, and maybe that thing came up, like maybe a big bill, or maybe a health concern, or maybe a situation in your relationship. And in that moment, you had a decision to make. You might not have realized that you made a decision, but you did. Because I guarantee you started thinking about, oh no, what if? You allowed the fear in. You allowed the outside to tell you what was true for you. How many people have you met, or have you ever personally, like, been on a diet, okay? You're wanting to lose weight, and all of a sudden you have lost weight and you're feeling really good, which is wonderful. And then you're starting to think like, oh man, what if I start to gain weight again? What if this doesn't last? Especially if you've done an elimination diet, like let's say you've eliminated carbs or sugar, or people who've gone keto, and then they're like, oh, well, I can never go back to that lifestyle because I'll gain weight again. Well, you are already participating with that. And I know that this might sound crazy, but I'm serious. If you want to experience health, if you want to experience wealth, if you want to experience love, if you want to experience ease, do not wait for the outside to change in order for you to experience it now, because the only thing there is to do is change from within. And I didn't even say that the way that I wanted to, but I know how to say things. So the only person to change is self. It's inside, outside, cause, effect. And we only have it backwards. So don't participate. Don't sign up. If something out here is telling you the opposite of what you want, it is that simple, okay? Be freaking delusional. Because this is what happens, right? The bill comes, and what do? You start dwelling. Oh my gosh, how am I going to pay for this? Now the bill has come and you're already poor and you're already broke, or you already can't afford to pay the bill before that's actually true. So if you look at it, you were being delusional to the negative. So there is nothing to be lost by being delusional to the positive. You literally can get a bill and you can decide, you know what? No, I'm rich. I'm abundant. Money flows to me effortlessly and easily, and this bill is paid in full. And okay, even if that's not true, go crazy in your mind with it. You have nothing to lose by just imagining the best, because you literally have no idea what money could show up, but you will block the blessing, you will block the transformation if you block it with your mental thoughts. If you say there is no way, guess what? You're right, there is no way. But if you can take the health scare, if you can take that moment and instead of allowing your mind to go to the worst place, you allow your mind to tell the story that you want. And that's what it all comes down to. Don't get caught up like, how do I tell a different story? It's simple. What do you want? Now just allow yourself to imagine that that's it. Claim it for yourself. Say, I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am loved. I am happy. Things are easy. I feel like I'm yelling at you. I'm not trying to. But I know somebody needed to hear this today. And if you want to work with me one-to-one coaching, I offer that. I have my ebook Foundations, which is going to be really great. It talks about manifesting the pillars of creation. But of course, if you need anything, I love to hear from you, your comments. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, share. I know you're having a great day. So keep shining your light because the world needs it. Take care.